questions. So I'm going to discuss 1 to 120 questions with in detail explanation clear. So let's start the video. So before that, please subscribe to our Raos Academy YouTube channel, and also please join in our Telegram channel as well as Facebook, Instagram, and follow our platforms. And all the links were provided in the description, so please open a description and please follow our Facebook channel, Instagram, join in our Telegram channels for regular updates. And before that, please subscribe to our Raos Academy YouTube channel. So don't worry. So let us start the video. So here the question is that consider the following international events. So they have given one, signing of the Shimla Agreement, Agra Summit between India and Pakistan, and 3, signing of the SAARC Charter at the first SAARC Summit and India's first nuclear test. Which one of the following is the correct chronological order of the above events? So this is a question, clear. So for this question, so this is the question. So let me give explanation related to this question. Signing of Shimla Agreement. So we have signed this agreement in the year 1972. Then coming to Agra Summit, it was happened in between India and Pakistan in the year 2001. Coming to third, signing of the SAARC Charter at the first SAARC Summit. So it was happened in the year 1985. India's first nuclear test. So we have done in Pokhran, which is a place in Rajasthan. So in the year 1974. If can arrange it in chronological order, the answer will be 1, 4, 3 and 2. So we can directly go for C is the answer. Clear? If 1, so first thing, so it was happened in the year Shimla Agreement was happened in the year 1972 between India and Pakistan. Clear? Next after that, Agra Summit, it was happened in the year 2001. SAARC Summit Declaration 1985 and a nuclear test 1974. So C is the answer for this question. Clear? And next question. Which one of the following features is correct about first past the post system of election? Clear? So here the options are: a candidate who wins may not get the majority of votes. So first past the post system of election, this is the thing. So just we have to find the right statements related to FP PS system. A candidate who wins may not get the majority of votes. Clear? Second statement, B, more than one representative may be elected from one constituency. Is it true or false? We have to find. Voters vote for the party, not the candidate. D, every party gets seats in the legislature in proportion to percentage of votes that it gets. So so first past the post, it is a system that we follow in our India to elect our representatives like MLAs and MPs. Clear? So for them we are following FPPS system. Clear? For election of MLCs, member of legislative councils, for vice president as well as president, we are following proportional representation. We are following the proportional representation system. Clear? In that, so through that system, to get the to elect a member, they have to secure at least 51% of the votes. They have to show the majority that they have received the votes more than 51%. That is more than 50, nothing but 51%, at least 51%. And also they have some criteria that they have to mark that criteria. Clear? So for first post the post system, the person who get the majority votes, for example, there are 3 candidates contesting for MLA seat, ABC. For example, like total votes in the constituency. For example, if it was 100, if for example a person had received, if the a person receives the votes like 40, 40, 30, then 30, then we can say that A has won in that election. We can say that A has won in the election. So for winning of A, you no need to get the like 51 mark. Clear? So that's the mechanism is called FP, the PS system. So as per this system, we can say that A is the answer. So finally, we can say that A is the answer for this question. A candidate who wins may not get the majority of votes. That's what I'm saying that. So if a candidate gets 40, if the 40 is more than the remaining persons, then the person can be declared as winner. No need to get 51 votes. So for second question, we can say that A is the answer. A is the answer. Next question. Next question. Question number 3. Match list with list 2 and select the answer using the code given below. Clear? So list 1 comprises of special provisions and list 2 comprises of state. Okay, like we have to find which article is related to which state, which article is related to which state we have to find. Clear? Like we have to choose them. So like this is the third question. So we can say that article 371. Article 371 is related to Gujarat. Is related to Gujarat. 371 is related to Gujarat. And B, Article 371A is related to Assam. And Article 371B is related to Nagaland. And Article 371I is related to Goa. So we can say that so finally we can say that as per this matching we can go for D. D is the answer. We can say that D is the answer. And we know that Article 370 is related to special status to Jammu and Kashmir. Article 370 is related to Jammu and Kashmir's special provision. And also 35, Article 35A as well. Clear? So that's the thing. And Article 371D is related to Andhra Pradesh and Telangana. Clear? So this is the information. And question number 4. Which of the following statements as per the Constitution of India is correct? 1. Provision for reservation of seats for women in the Lok Sabha and the Rajya Sabha has been made wide 106 Constitutional Amendment Act. So we have to find which of the statements are true. Which of the statements are true we have to find. Clear? Then after that, so whether we have to know whether it is true or false. Clear? Next, second statement. There are provisions for reservation of seats for women in the legislative assemblies and legislative councils of the states. As of now, there wasn't any provisions like that. And 3, there are provisions for reservation of seats for women in panchayats. So it is a statement. So we can say that 3 is a valid one, 2 is invalid, and 1 is also invalid. Okay, 1 is also invalid. So finally we can go for D is the answer for this question. D is the answer for this question. Like we can say that according to Constitution, Article 243D of 3 mandates a reservation of not less than 1/3 of the total seats for women in every panchayat. Okay, so that's the thing. And one more question. Question number 5. Which one among the following pairs of subjects and lists under the 7th schedule of the Constitution of India is not correctly matched? So they are asking about incorrect statements we have to find. We have to find that whether forest comes under central, state or concurrent list. We have to find them. Okay, so they are asking about incorrect one. So we can say that forest comes under concurrent list. because forest was under the control of both central as well as the state. So A is the right. And B, taxes on land and building belongs to state list. Insurance is the union list, and it is census. It is not concurrent list. It was belongs to center list. Clear? It was belongs to central, or we can say that it is belongs to union. So D is the answer. So D is the answer. Clear? So D is the answer for this question. Next, question number 6. Which of the following statements with reference to the preamble to the Constitution of India are correct? Simply is asking about preamble of India, which is the index of our Constitution, which is the index of our Constitution. Clear? Like the word secular comes before the word socialist. So we have to find the sequence of words, that is ideals, which were there in Constitution. 1. And 2, the word justice comes before the word equality. 3, the word fraternity comes after the word liberty. So select the given answer. So for that we have to see here. This is the correct sequence. In preamble we can find that like sovereign, socialist, secular. First word is sovereign, then socialist, then secular, then after that democratic and republic. Okay, so this is our Constitution. Clear? So so we can say that a socialist comes before secular. So first word is a socialist, then secular. Clear? But not a secular and socialist. Clear? Then after that, justice comes before equality. Clear? So justice comes before equality and fraternity comes after liberty. So therefore we can say that 2 and 3, that is the B is the answer. Clear? As per the preamble of our Indian Constitution, we can say that B is the answer. We can say that B is the answer for this question. And 7th question, which one of the following statements about motions in Parliament of India is correct? Motions in the Parliament of India is correct. Clear? A motion of no confidence can be admissible against an individual minister in the Council of Ministers. Okay, so simply saying that no confidence motion can be administered against an individual minister in the Council of Ministers. So we have to find whether it is true or false. Clear? We have to find true or false. B, a non-confidence motion must set out the grounds on which it is based. Okay, B. And C, Rajya Sabha is not empowered to entertain a motion of no confidence motion. Clear? So C, Rajya Sabha is not empowered to entertain a motion of no confidence motion. And D, a censure motion need not be based on specific grounds or charges. So finally we can say that C is the answer, because no confidence motion can be tabled even in Rajya Sabha. Okay, so no confidence motion can be tabled even in Rajya Sabha. So we can say that C is the wrong statement. So 7 is the answer for this question. Okay, and coming to here, a no confidence motion is passed against the government, that is against the Council of Ministers, not on a particular individual minister. Okay, and also no need to say the reason for the tabling of no confidence motion. Clear? We no need to state the grounds on which it is based. And a censure motion must be based on specific grounds or charges. Okay, and the Rajya Sabha cannot entertain a no confidence motion. Clear? So like so these are the information. Next, 8th question, question number 8. So part 4A of the Constitution of India deals with which one of the following areas? Like part 4A. So in general in our Indian Constitution, for part 4A is related to fundamental duties. Okay, so part 4A is related to fundamental duties, and we know that part 1 is related to union and its territories. Part 1 is related to union as well as its territories, like Union of India and states and union territories. Part 2 is meant for related to citizenship. Part 3 is meant for fundamental rights, and part 4 is related to DPSPs, and part 4A is related to duties fundamental duties, and part 5 is related to union executive, and the other parts, other things, clear. So we can say that part A is meant for fundamental duties, and we know that fundamental duties, so these are the duties which was suggested by Swaran Singh committee. Sardar Swaran Singh committee had referred fundamental duties, and initially they were 10 in number, and later 11th fundamental duty, that is which is related to right to education, was inserted into the constitution. Next question. Question number 9. The Durand line is a border demarcation that separates which of the countries. So simply is asking about Durand line is the line divides which among the following countries. Clear? Which among the following countries. And we know that Durand line, it is a border in between India and Pakistan. It is a border in between, Afghanistan and Pakistan. So border between Afghanistan and Pakistan. B is the answer. B is the line. B is the answer. The border in between India and Pakistan, we can call it as line of control. We can call it as line of control. It is the line. And also one more border, we can call it as a Radcliffe line. We can call it as Radcliffe line. And there was no border in between Afghanistan and China. Clear? There was no border in between Afghanistan and China. That's the information. Next after that, question number 10. Consider the following social movements. 1 is a Chipko movement, 2 Bardoli Satyagraha, 3 Satyashodak Samaj. Which one of the following is the correct chronological order? Starting with the earliest. Chronological means starting from the earliest. Okay. Launch of the above social movements. So we have to find which movement was started and when it was started. Clear? So like Satyashodak Samaj. So it was started long back. Clear? So like I can say that Satyashodak Samaj, which was started in the year 1873. Bardoli Satyagraha, it was started in the year 1928. And Chipko movement started in the year 1970s. With that information, I can say that C is the answer. Clear? So C is the answer for this question. C is the answer. Next after that, question number 11. Which one of the following statements about the Tashkent agreement is correct? It was an agreement between India and the Soviet Union. So it is agreement between India and the Soviet Union. True or false? It was an agreement between India and Pakistan. It was an agreement that led to formation of Bangladesh. It was an agreement between India and Mongolia. So the right one is that India and Pakistan. So Tashkent agreement. It was happened in between India and Pakistan. After the war in between India and Pakistan, so Tashkent agreement was happened. And we know that our ex-prime minister was attended to sign on this agreement in Tashkent, which is a place called Uzbekistan. Tashkent is a place in Uzbekistan. So previous times Uzbekistan was under the control of Soviet Union. Okay. So by the mediation of Soviet Union, our India's prime minister, clear. So he went to there. So Tilak. So he went to there, and unexpectedly he was died in the Tashkent place. Clear. That's the thing. So finally we can say that Tashkent agreement happened in between India and Pakistan. So B is the answer. 11th question, B is the answer. Okay. So it was signed in the year 1966 after India and Pakistan war. Next 12th question. Which among the following is not a language listed in the 8th schedule of Constitution of India? And we know that 8th schedule says about 22 languages. So they were called as the scheduled languages. Among that, Gond was not there. Remaining Manipuri, Nepali, Dogri, Santali, like Telugu, Hindi, like that Marathi, Odia, that is a Oriya, Malayalam, Kannada, Tamil. So these are the languages were part of 8th schedule. Like they were 22 in number. They were 22 in number. Clear? So here, but Gond was not part of 22 scheduled languages. So we can say that B is the answer. B is the answer. Next question. Which of the following can be considered a part of the ancient Indian Smriti literature? So ancient Indian Smriti literature. Okay. So we have to find which among the following were part of those Smriti literature. Clear. So like Puranas, Ramayana, Kalpasutra. Okay. So like these three are part of ancient Indian Smriti literature. So A is the answer. So for that we can say A is the answer. Clear. Like Smriti literature includes the Puranas, Ramayana and Kalpasutra. The Vedas are classified as Shruti literature. Clear. So Vedas were classified as Shruti literature, whereas Puranas, Ramayana and Kalpasutra, they were classified as Smriti literature. Okay, so that's the thing. That's the difference we have to know. And coming to 14th question, which among the following was India's first woman chief minister? Who was the first India's first woman chief minister? So we can say that B, Sucheta Kripalani. Sucheta Kripalani, she was the India's first woman chief minister. So B is the answer. Clear? B is the answer. And she was from Uttar Pradesh and she was served as a chief minister for UP from 1963 to 1967. Clear? Next after that, 15th question. Which of the following statements are correct? C. 1. C. Rajagopalachari was the first recipient of Bharata Ratna. Clear? We have to find whether it is true or false. Pandit Deen Dayal Upadhyaya initiated the concept of integral humanism. Integral humanism. Clear? So I can say that both are true because C. Rajagopalachari was the first recipient of Bharat Ratna. One is the true. And 2, Pandit Deen Dayal Upadhyaya initiated the concept of integral humanism. So C also, so even 2 is also true. So we can say that C is the answer for this question. Clear? Next question number 16. Which of the following pairs of institute and their location are correctly matched? So we have to find institution as well as its headquarters. Clear? So like Indian Institute of Advanced, like Shimla Study, Indian Institute of Advanced Study located in Shimla. Next, Indian Institute of Public Administration, New Delhi. Sushma Swaraj Institute of Foreign Services, Nainital. So among all these, 1 and 2 are correct. Among all these, 1 and 2 are correct because Indian Institute of Advanced Study was located in Shimla, whereas Indian Institute of Public Administration was located in New Delhi. Clear? So we can say that A is the answer. And coming to Sushma Swaraj Institute of Foreign Service, which was located in New Delhi but not Nainital. So A is the answer for this question. And 17th question. Consider the following statements. RAO'S is a festival mainly celebrated by the Santal community. 17th question. Okay. RAO'S is a festival mainly celebrated by Santal community, which is a false. And Sangikan is a Buddhist festival celebrated in Arunachal Pradesh. So we have to know whether it is a true or false. So I can say that B2 is right. Sangikan is a Buddhist festival celebrated in Arunachal Pradesh. So B is the answer. B is the answer. Clear? So RAO'S is a festival celebrated by Adi people of Arunachal Pradesh, but not Santal community. Clear. And Sangikan is a Buddhist festival celebrated in Arunachal Pradesh and also some parts of Assam. Some parts of Assam. So 17th, for 17th question, B is the answer. Maitri is a joint military exercise between India and, we have to find which is the country, between India and Thailand. So my military exercise, it is a military exercise which was happened in between India and Thailand. Okay, India and Thailand. Like in between India and Bangladesh, there was a military exercise called Bongo Sagar. In between India and Sri Lanka, Slinex. India and Sri Lanka, we call Slinex. India and Thailand, Maitri. Next after that, 19th question. Which of the following criteria are specified for granting special category status to states in India? We have to know that. What are the guidelines for providing special category status? If a state gets a special category status, then they will get funds in the ratio 90:10. So 90% will be shared by center, the remaining 10% will be state. If normal state, for normal states, it will be 60:40. So 60% will be shared by central government, the remaining 40% should be borrowed by state governments. Clear? That's the thing. 19th question. So we have to find which among the true, like for getting special status, there should be hilly and difficulty terrain. One is the true. Economic and infrastructure backwardness, we have to find. It is also true. Clear. So it is also true. And strategic coastal zone, there is no option like that. Sizable share of tribal population, it is also true. So we can say that 1 to 4 are true. C is the answer for this question. And next after that, question number 20. Which among the following is the founder of the Congress Socialist Party? So direct question, Acharya Narendra Dev. So Acharya Narendra Dev, he was the founder of Congress Socialist Party. In the next video, we will discuss the remaining questions which are related to the exam. Okay. So for that, what you have to do, please subscribe to our Raos Academy Hyderabad YouTube channel, and please join in our Telegram channel, WhatsApp group, and also subscribe and follow our Instagram pages, Facebook page, and all the links were provided in the description for regular updates. Okay, that's the thing, and we can meet in the next video. Thank you so much.